Wow, wow, wow. I'm sure you're also enjoying the beautiful space behind me. And we'll be talking about the woman who brought us here today. But first, as we all know, every woman is shaped by where she comes from and defined by that identity she chooses to build. Today, we open the pages of a lady, wonderful lady, talented lady, born into legacy, but she chose to create her own identity through design, through excellence, and we'll be showing you part of that excellence. Alice Muthoni Wamalwa, she is not just a daughter to the former Vice President of Kenya, Kijana Wamalwa. She is a designer. She is a curator of spaces. She is that special touch that helps people live well, enjoy beauty, enjoy design, enjoy fashion. And today we'll be hearing more about her journey, how it has been, where she is now, and where she's headed. Alice, welcome to her memoir.
Thank you, Noella. You're also welcome to my space. I'm looking forward to the interview.
It's beautiful. You know, there's a rumor I heard that someone may have gone to the London School of Design, then again, Evelyn's College. Your father had a big vision, a big dream for you. Is it what you really wanted to do, or it's what he wanted you to do?
I think earlier on stage, my desire to be a designer actually came from my mom, who used to have a shop for selling clothes. And at a very early age, I interacted with tailors. So it kind of gave me a mindset of which direction I wanted to go. So as soon as I finished school, I talked to my dad and he agreed that I need to do the fashion school. Yeah, and that's why we're here now.
And a great man. You know, some of us read stories about the late Vice President, Kijana Wamalwa. We are told he had an eye and a taste for fine things.
He did.
He did, right?
He did. Actually, I can say from my mom's side, I took I took the professionalism, but from my dad's side, it's the creativity and the taste and the class that he had.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You miss him?
Oh yes, I do a lot. It would have been much different now if he was around.
And I'm sure he'll be your number one client because he loved fine things.
Definitely. I made a few pieces for him at the early stages. I'd not polished up so well like I have right now, but he appreciated them even then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Alice, you're born in legacy, or as it's said in Kenya, you are a dynasty in your own ways. But you chose to chart your own path. When you look in the mirror today, you know, maybe the younger Alice, the journey that Alice has walked, what do you see when you look in the mirror every morning?
I see resilience. I see someone who's not gotten tired of waking up every morning and turning yourself into something important. Despite my background, despite my family, I've stood all odds to be who I am today. Yeah. And also family has played a big role. The name has played a role also. It has been sweet and sour, but in all, I've been very resilient in what I'm doing.
I love that. Sweet and sour. And at times you need the sour to catapult you to the next level.
Yes, it
does.
Wow. Yeah.
So who are you? Are you into fashion? Because you also remodel houses. Where is your strength, or is it an equal strength?
I could say it's an equal strength, but from my beginning, I started out as a fashion designer. But then during those years, we were competing with the fundis. And that actually made me not pursue so much in fashion during the early stages. And I went into interior. Then I've now come back full-time into fashion. I was still doing fashion while I'm still doing the interior, but not as much as I'm doing it right now. But I have love, equal love for both of the spaces.
That must be very unique because, as they say, you'll always get someone who has a very keen eye on fashion, another one on design. But for you, you have equal. And maybe to just not mention, but for sure, you're chit-chatting, you're walking me through your clientele, and, you know, it's senior people, cabinet secretaries, governors, you know, speakers, very senior business people. Did you get these business discipline because of the homestead you're raised in? We know you come from a family where there's a lot of focus on discipline, on good delivery, on excellence, or you know, it is something that you're born with. How did that family environment influence this Alice that we see today?
Yeah, so apart from the discipline, most of the learning has come in as I was on the ground. And through a lot of failures, I've been polished to become who I am today. And also, for me, it's not even about what education I got, but I have that creativity mindset, which is in me. And I think it also runs in our family because we have a lot of creatives in our family. But that has also helped me because it's something I'm doing with passion and love. Yeah.
At what point did you realize that you needed to really build Muthoni Wamalwa studio? And I want us to talk to us about that combination of name. You know, it's like you're bringing together two regions. Talk to us about that.
For a long time, I've been Muthoni to many people. I didn't want people to judge me based on which family I come from. And I wanted to interact with anybody and everybody, because sometimes when they hear the name, people will take you differently. But I had to now choose both sides of it, my Muthoni side of it and the Wamalwa side of it. And like I told you earlier, the sweet and the sour. So the sweet comes with the name, and the sour also comes with the name. But I think I also wanted to identify myself as Muthoni Wamalwa, and as an individual in what I do, not to be seen as the daughter of the late vice president, but to be seen as Muthoni. What are you able to do as yourself? Just like he'd made a name for himself, I'm also trying to make a name for myself.
And anyway, that's your identity. We're all defined by our father's identity.
Yes.
And just out of curiosity, Alice, there's always pressure when you come from such a family that is publicly known. Throughout this journey, have you ever felt that pressure of wanting to stick up and pull yourself up because of that identity? Has it brought pressure? Has it brought pressure in any way?
We know who Wamalwa Kijana was, and he set the bar very high. So for you, you have to also try and set your bar higher, because every time you remember of who he was, you don't want to let that name down. You want to keep it up and also be associated in the right manner with who he stood for.
Is that why you've had to keep it up? You know, because when we look around, and we've been to many design studios, but even just from the display, from the decor, you know, the lighting, how you organize your piece, it speaks so much, you know, about you as Muthoni Wamalwa and you as the leader of the business that you know you're managing.
I think the spaces we grew up in, and seeing that most of the designs in our house, in like my dad's house, that is what he used to do himself.
Really?
Without any designers then.
He could reorganize and organize himself.
And the house was beautiful. So I think that has also grown in me, seeing that the spaces he created were impeccable. So I also want to create that for myself, or even more for myself. Yes.
Have you ever felt like giving up during this business journey? They say business, you have your highs, you have your lows. Is there a moment you've ever doubted yourself or felt like giving up?
Enough times, enough times. I've had to pull myself up from many trenches. Creativity is not, it's not easy because there are times when you wake up and you have your mind is not working, or you have other responsibilities, and with creativity your mind has to be very clear so that you can create nice pieces. But when your mind is blocked up, it's very hard to create. So there are times, due to many circumstances, you feel like you're not up to it, but you have to just force yourself and come back and do something great. Yeah.
What defines your signature style? How will you define it?
For me, I just want people to feel comfortable in what I create. For all occasions, if you come to me, you want a piece for a weekend, you want a piece for going to the gym, I make sure I give you my best for the occasion that you're asking for. Yes.
And by the way, I said I will wear one of Alice's pieces. This one is by Muthoni Wamalwa Studio. Don't I look lovely? I think I do.
You do. Yeah, you've been a great customer.
Oh, thank you. And that's why we felt, you know what, it's worth. We've walked the journey with you. And these are the stories, because there are a lot of women in business and the starting may be a bit rocky and they're tempted to give up. Definitely. Not knowing at times when you're almost giving up, it's when things are almost taking shape, you know, you're almost flighting. Alice, when you walk into spaces, or let's say there's this client who just walked in and we had to, you know, take a little break. When they share the ideas of what they want, whether it's an outfit or, you know, you're remodeling, you know, the interior spaces, how do you what is your starting point? How do you approach the different projects? What are the do's, your checklists?
I think every individual space speaks for itself, because sometimes you'll tell me, oh, I have a room I want you to design, and you'll tell me your ideas, but I'll tell you, I want to be in that room, I want to feel that room, I want to talk to that room, I want it to tell me back what I can do to it. So that's how I have to feel. I have to put myself in that space so that I can give my best. Also in clothing, I normally go an extra mile just to make the client feel happy. You'll come with your fabric, you'll come with a design, but I'll always want to add something that will make it special, not just something ordinary.
Added value.
Added value.
Because you'll go to a service provider, most will just give you what you've asked for. But yes, in even some of the pieces we've gotten from you, both you know, at her memoir studio and even our personal pieces, there's always that extra thing. Have you ever found yourself that you're designing a piece and you're looking at it, what is the heritage or the wisdom or the emotion that it represents? Or when you're low emotionally, have you had wonderful pieces coming out at those low moments?
I have, definitely. There are projects I do, and at the end of it, I'm like, am I the one who really did it?
Wow.
Because sometimes you feel like you're not giving enough, but then the feedback comes and everyone is so happy about it, and you're like, did I really do this? And those are the moments that just light my heart up, and that they make me wake up every day to continue.
Yeah. Motivation.
Motivation, yes.
So beyond the aesthetics, what is that heartbeat of design in you? Beyond the aesthetics, what keeps that design heartbeat pumping each and every single day? What are the topmost things you'll say?
I think it's the feedback from the client. And for you to know you just did a great job. Those are the things that keep me going.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Especially the feedback from the clients. Yeah. Most important.
One of the clients, the one who walked in, he just said something that it's still just ringing, you know, on my mind. And he has told us, when I wear her pieces, then I walk inside an airport, I'm always ushered towards the VVIP area. And I think that speaks a lot
It does.
because then they're bold designs. You know, you look like, you know, you're a serious person, right? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. You are known, another thing that, and this is also for me from personal experience, and, you know, since you're generous enough to help us just collect different feedback from your clients as we are preparing for this interview, most of them say, you're this person, someone will have an urgent event, they'll give you a request in the morning, by evening, you've delivered.
Yes.
Your turnaround is very fast. Historically, we know with clothing, someone will tell you a week, you know, a week and a half, 4 days. How do you manage to turn around, you know, customer orders in even less than 12 hours?
I have a very professional team who I thank God for. And also for me, I have structures that I've organized in a long period of time because I didn't start here. So I've learned along the way what disappoints a client, what makes a client happy, and also timelines, because timelines are the very most important things when you come to creative business. So I've already structured so that when a client walks in and he tells me or she tells me what they want done, I already in my mind have my structure laid out how we should accomplish that piece. Yeah.
And this clientele, definitely you have your high-end client, you have your middle-class client, you have your normal client. What has been the most challenging aspect of balancing these three clusters of clients?
One is you want to give a good piece to everybody, whether it's the low class or the high class. I don't want to give you in regards to where you are in society. I want to give the best to everybody. So you'll find that sometimes you want to use expensive fabric, and then the lower client will be like, you're too expensive. But all in all, after you do the piece, everyone understands what you've put into it, because when I deliver, then you'll now see why was she charging this much. You'll now understand that it took a lot of putting herself out there to do this. So basically, I've tried balancing all my clients. Yeah.
What has been your most challenging project, and we'll pick one from fashion, one from design, but that ended up being your best project, you know, under your portfolio?
I think I'll start with the interior, the Little Game Resort.
In Kisumu.
In Kisumu,
President
yes.
Uhuru Kenyatta went and slept there.
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
oh,
that's
wow.
the one. When we started it, we had not foreseen how well it would come out, that even a president would grace and come and sleep there. So when the former president came and slept in that hotel, that made me realize what I had done, that this was presidential stuff. It was good stuff.
Well, bring your flowers. Yes.
Yeah, and in terms of fashion, I can say I'm now doing shirts for my uncle Eugene for his campaign. That's a plus.
You are the one who does those shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, there was burnt on social. Is like, hey, there's something that is happening to Eugene in terms of his style. Interesting.
Yes. Those are some of my highlights.
Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, please bring, what are they called? The opposition team. What is it called? What is the name?
The United Opposition.
Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, please bring the United Opposition to promote such Kenyan talent. Look at all this, and we'll be looking at some, you know, of your pieces. How has branding, because then you're in these unique spaces, what investments have you had to do in terms of positioning yourself, letting yourself known, and also branding Muthoni Wamalwa Studio? What investment have you done?
Before I was operating, I could say kienyeji. I used to tell myself, oh, because when I do for someone something, they'll always bring a client. So I didn't see the need of opening up that space of marketing or selling myself out there. But 2 years ago, I had a conversation with myself, and I think I needed to get somewhere people can see me. And it's surprising that when I did that, your sister was in Germany, and she told me, which was very profound for me, she told me, oh, now everyone gets to see what we've been enjoying for so long.
Oh, wow.
And that really made me go out, brand myself, put myself out there on social media, because I realized actually I was doing for my friends and family who really appreciated, but the people out there didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, for the longest time you operated from your house.
Yes.
What did it take for you to move from your house and bring us into this studio?
It took a lot. It took a lot mentally, because I was so comfortable in that space. And I was kind of thinking it's a big risk going out there. But now that I'm out here, I can see the fruits of my labor.
Every day when you come, Alice, and you sit here and you look around, what is that feeling you get?
Satisfaction. Yeah. I'm very satisfied, because when people walk in, people will first ask, are these done here? And I'm like,
because they look important. Yes.
That high?
Yes.
And I'll tell them, yeah, we do them. We have a workshop and everything. And someone will be like, no, you can't be. And I tell them, we don't bahatisha, just try us. Yeah. And when they try us, they're happy.
They're always happy. Yeah.
Yes.
Women in business, definitely we face a bit of more challenges. This is a very cutthroat industry. What are the 3 challenges you have faced, 2 or 3, that you never anticipated? Of course, the usual one you say, before pickup, before you get clients. But do you have any 2 unique challenges you face that you want other women in business to learn from them?
First is people to understand where you're coming from and where you're going, because of course you've laid out your plan and the way to execute it, and the team you'll have to execute. If you have a bad team, then you're gone. But if you get the right people, and over time, before I came here, I had to build my family in business, because some people we had to lay off on the way here. And the years of experience back then helped me build up a team of people I can trust and rely on. So those are things people need to work on. And also it's very challenging as a woman dealing with, because most of the fundis are men. So it's very hard sometimes trying to convince some men that this is what I want done, because they also like to show that they have their own mentality of how things should be done. So that's one of the challenges. But when you get a good team who understands you and you understand them, you're good to go.
And we're looking forward to see your team, your workshop, where all this thing is done, so that those who think you actually import, they can see where the work takes place. The hard work before we see the final pieces. Alice, what has this journey taught you about identity and self-worth?
Identity it's taught me that you can build something on your own that stands for all the principles that you believe in. And I think it's a good feeling to be the one behind everything. Yeah, it makes you feel you've really
being the backbone, and you're seeing all pieces on the body that are working very well towards success.
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Is there anything, we see this Alice, we see the studio, we see the who and the who wearing your pieces, public figures. What is the sacrifice we don't see?
Oh, a lot of nights that we work till morning, a lot of like you'll do something and it doesn't make you happy. There are costs behind that. A lot of headaches, but it's for a good cause. At the end of the day, when the product is out, we are all happy. We forget what we've gone through.
The outcome wipes away
Yes.
the rocky journey.
Yes.
Wow. Alice, have you ever felt the pressure of carrying a family legacy and a personal, professional legacy, or have you managed to balance it well?
I've managed to balance it well because before I decided to be my own person, I was mostly relying on the family legacy. But now I know the joys of being independent and balancing both an individual and your name, knowing that this is mine and this is for the family. So a lot of satisfaction right now.
And you carry, a lot of people say when we see reviews, and by the way, she's very big on Instagram, especially follow her, you'll see her page. A lot of the feedback, even on your social media pages, people say when they know your name and who you are, then they engage you. They say you carry a lot of humility. It's something that we don't see with a lot of families or children born in legacy or dynasty families. Where does that humility come from?
I think humility comes also from the family. They're very humble people, if you know the Wamalwa family. And also, I think it's something inborn, and having interacted with all sorts of people across the divide, I feel everyone matters. Yeah.
Everyone matters. Oh, wow. Okay, now we get into some interesting segments. I think this is my best segment because then I'm dealing with a creative, a designer who maybe every color means something. We have red, we have orange, we have yellow, we have blue, we have green. What is your first favorite color?
Red. I'm a bit bold.
Okay. Let's see what is here. Just pick one card, then give it to me. Wow. If your design were a woman, how will you describe her? If your designs were a woman, how will you describe?
A resilient woman.
Resilient woman. Why resilient woman?
Because building a brand as a woman, you have to be very resilient. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Building a design as a woman, you have to be very resilient. Okay, let's go to the next color. Orange, yellow, blue, green.
Let's do yellow.
Yellow. Let's see what is here. Again, I ask you to pull out one card. It's about sisterhood and mentorship. What is that one piece of advice you'll give your mentees or other women trying to navigate the design industry?
I'll tell a short story about sisterhood and mentorship. You build from who you start with around you. And for me, like I told you, I started with my relatives, my sisters, and those are the people who mentored me and took me through, because if I did something and it was not good enough, their feedback really mattered. And if it was something nice, their feedback also mattered.
And it's controlled feedback
Yes.
because they want to see you succeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sisterhood is so important when you're building your brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sisterhood.
Because it's real feedback. It's not something that's laced with a lot of other things. They just tell you as it is.
As they say, family is everything. Family is always our foundation to grow. Okay. We have orange, we have blue, we have green. Where do you go next?
I think blue.
Blue. Again, I'll ask you to pull one card. Wow. How do you lead with empathy while trying to manage such a cutthroat business?
Well, I'm an empath. That's one.
Yeah.
And it's not easy because some people will take advantage. But you just have to have your boundaries and stand your ground. Yeah. Yeah, because it can be very heartbreaking. But when you stand your ground and you build your boundaries so that nobody takes advantage of it.
Wow. Okay. So we are left with orange and green. Where do we go next?
We've gone to orange.
Okay.
Green.
How does it feel when someone steps into a space you created or wears something you designed?
It gives me a lot of satisfaction, and it reminds me why I'm on this journey. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So last one is green. I guess you left it for last because that's what you're wearing today. Look at that combination. Very interesting, right? You have baby pink, you have a bit of purple, you have green. It can only happen with a designer, not anyone else. Okay, last one. This one, read it yourself. I want you to read it yourself.
What lessons came disguised as pain? Wow. Wow. In fact, like majority of my lessons came from pain. The pain of learning to keep timelines, the pain of giving a client the product that you're satisfied with. But in all that pain, it built up a character that I'm now enjoying. It made me be focused, be disciplined, and be accurate in what I do. Yeah.
Wow. As they say in business also, when you're a leader in business, it's also about managing your emotions and also how those emotions give you strength or break you. Have you had a moment where you've literally just cried in between your four walls, and how did you manage that?
I've actually cried and even closed shop because there are many times on this journey where you felt you were not giving your all. Sometimes it was due to finances. Sometimes it was due to the team you had that has let you down. Sometimes it's even a client. But there's that one thing that reminds you, like I used to use the Bible verse that Moses was asked, what do you have in your hands? And since that is what you only have, you just have to wake up and continue. Yeah.
Was that your lowest when you closed shop, or you had other low moments throughout this journey?
There have been a lot of low moments, but maybe personal. But to close shop and decide I don't want to do this, I'm now moving to a different sector. That is painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in all this, these are lessons, and I'm happy that they've turned me into who I am today.
They strengthened you and pushed you.
Yes, they
So,
did.
in the next 5, we were in the house. We moved into here. In the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, what should we expect from Muthoni Wamalwa Design Studio?
We'll be on walkways. Yeah.
And you deserve to be on a walkway, Alice.
Yes,
I look at
so.
your pieces. You actually deserve to be on walkways because they're just not any normal pieces. You have that added value, that blend. As you say, it's something, you give people something that you want to see them wear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And what will you tell those who are watching you and that never heard about you? How can they reach out?
We are on Instagram, Muthoni Wamalwa Design Studio. Just find our page, see what we do, communicate to us, and come try us out.
And I can guarantee you, I'm the assurity, you will never be disappointed. You'll keep telling more people to come. Lastly, Alice, before I welcome my co-host, you're not greedy with your pricing. For the pieces that I personally have worn, actually, I walk in, Akon Kawa, the gentleman said, I walk into spaces and you see eyes turn. But you're not greedy because we've seen those pieces, and in some places you pay an arm and a leg. How do you balance, reasonable pricing, but also deliver on quality? And you're not like everyone else who wants to just take a lot from people. What gives you that discipline and decency? Actually, I'll call it decency. What gives you that decency?
One, because I don't want to make a good piece and then you'll tell me, oh, it's a really nice piece, but I don't think I'll be coming back soon. I want to see you come back again and again because I've only done one outfit for you. I need to do like 20 outfits so that you appreciate the kind of work that I can deliver. But when you, and of course I've removed my input and I know I'm satisfied with whatever profits I'm making. So I don't need to go and buy an airplane because I'm charging high prices. I'm satisfied with what I get because it is what I've put in. Yeah, and the customer is also happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, now we transition into another very interesting session, and I will welcome my co-host, Angel, to take us through the next session.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Alice. I've really listened to the interview, and honestly, I'm in awe of everything. I'm a huge fan of your work.
Thank you.
I'm really inspired with what you're doing for yourself. And just as we move into this segment, I would like for our audience to know you beyond just Alice. And this will be one sentence answered, so they'll be quick with one responses. So as we tick it off, design is?
One word.
Yeah.
Design is passion.
Passion. Okay. Legacy is?
Legacy is foundation.
That's good. Success means?
Success means success means contentment.
Contentment. That is nice. Failure taught me?
To build bigger.
My father's influence on me is?
Humility.
Humility. Thank you. And onto a token of your story. If you had to choose one space or one design piece that represents your journey, what would it be and why?
If I had to choose one design piece
or a space,
it could be a space that I started with when I didn't know anything, but the clients believed in me, and it was called Asmara.
Oh, that's nice.
When they began in Pangani, now it's a very big institution, but the clients believed in me. I was very green in interiors, and he liked what I did, though I didn't move in with him into other spaces, but that really stands out for me. Yeah.
Nice. And what does design symbolize in your life?
Organization.
Thank you. And now, your words, your legacy. To young women trying to step out of their family shadows, what would you say?
I would tell them not to. I would tell them to stand out as an individual, because all these family names and legacies are built by a person. So why don't you be the next legacy? Why don't you be that person who you're walking through their legacy? Yeah.
Okay. To creatives struggling to monetize their talent, what advice would you give?
Sometimes it's not about monetizing. First, have your product right, then think about the monetary space.
Okay. To women trying to build both identity and career, what truth should they hold on to?
First, should be true to themselves and the journey.
I agree. What do you want your name to stand for in the next 20 years?
It's a hard one.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'd like to be like someone remembered for the spaces I did, how they made you feel, and also for the people I've worked with, to have stepped higher than when we started, to have been turned into somebody better than who we started with. Just like I turned spaces to look better, I also would like the individuals I've worked with to be better than even myself.
Thank you for that. And on to the last bit. If your life were a book, what would the title be?
Arising.
Arising.
Yeah.
That's nice. If this season of your life were a chapter, what would it be called?
Giving back.
Giving back.
Yeah.
Thank you. What single phrase defines your journey so far?
Say resilience.
Resilience. Okay. If you could dedicate your story to one person, who would it be?
My son.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then lastly, how do you want Kenya and the world to remember Alice Wamalwa?
Through my pieces and through the spaces that I've curated. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that bit. At least the audience will see you as someone who's so just delving into fashion.
Yes.
They'll see someone who has a passion in doing other things. And this, honestly, you should come. So, and with that, I would like to invite back our host to come and give our closing remarks.
Wow, Alice, what a story.
Yes.
You've reminded us two critical things today. That one, legacy is not inherited. It is created. You're born into legacy, but you've created your own legacy. And also, I think another thing, you've reminded us today that where we come from may shape us, but it takes a lot of investment and understanding yourself to define yourself and who you are. So thank you so much for
Karibu.
gracing her memoir.
Karibu.
And thank you so much for making her memoir host look this beautiful. By the way, all the pieces I have worn on her memoir, all the episodes. Now, this is episode 9, right? 9. We're on episode 9. All the pieces I've worn from episode 1, they're done by Alice. And we felt what a way to just honor her for also making us look nice as we go through our episodes. We brought you something.
Oh.
We tried to be colorful. We tried to be a bit of designers. This is courtesy of Angel. She's the one who designed this wonderful bag.
Good
Because
job,
we said
Angel.
when you go to the designer, you better look like the
parts.
designer, like the pact. So we tried to bring you something small, Alice, to just appreciate you, to celebrate you, and to tell you that yes, in the next few years, we're gonna see you on runways. We're gonna see you on, whether it's the Paris Fashion Week or whether it's New York. We claim it and we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Anything from you, Angel?
Karibuni. Thank you also for coming by.
Asante.
Yeah.
This has been her memoir. Until next time, thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for following us. Thank you. It's because of you that we are. It's because of you that we keep growing. Please, if you know any commendable, remarkable woman you want to see on her memoir, our email is below, or you can send us a message through any of our social media platforms. Until next time, please define your legacy, build your legacy. She did it, I did it, she did it, you can do it. Bye-bye.